Let's kick things off with the undisputed king of sprint distances, a man whose name is practically synonymous with speed, Usain Bolt. His 100-meter world record of 9.58 seconds set at the 2009 World Championships in Berlin is perhaps the most iconic and talked about unbreakable record. Think about it. Running 100 meters in under 10 seconds was a long-held dream. Then came a time when it started to be broken more frequently. But 9.58? That's something else entirely. Bolt didn't just break the record, he shattered it. In Berlin, he improved his own world record by an astonishing 0.11 seconds, which is a massive margin in this event. Why is this time so incredible and potentially unbreakable? Bolt was a unique combination. At over 6 feet 5 inches tall, he had an unusually long stride. Yet he also possessed explosive speed and an incredible ability to remain calm on the biggest stages. He reached his top speed later than most competitors, but sustained it all the way to the finish line. Many experts believe that 9.58 seconds is so close to the theoretical human physiological limit that it cannot be significantly improved upon. It would require an almost impossible combination of perfect conditions, optimal wind, and an athlete at least as gifted as Bolt to even challenge this record. For now, Lightning Bolt remains the undisputed king of sprint. And since we're talking about Bolt, we can't ignore his other unbreakable world record, the men's 200-meter dash in 19.19 seconds, also from the 2009 Berlin World Championships. The 200-meter race is technically the most challenging of the sprint distances because it combines both explosive starting speed and the ability to maintain top speed around the bend and on the straightaway. Often, runners cannot maximize both. Bolt could. Why is 19.19 so tough? It's even more surprising than his 100-meter record, as many consider the 200 meters to be Bolt's true forte. He didn't just win, he did it with absolute dominance, showing just how far ahead of everyone else he was. Like the 100 meters, this 200-meter record has also stood unbroken for over 15 years, and improving it would require a runner who can combine Bolt's unique physical gifts, perfect running technique around the bend, and incredible speed endurance. This is a time that still leaves many experts wondering how it's even possible. Let's switch to the women's side, and one of the oldest and most controversial world records in athletics, Marita Koch's 47.60 seconds in the women's 400-meter dash. This record dates back to 1985, and it has stood for nearly 40 years. It has remained unbroken during a time when almost all other women's track and field records have evolved or been taken by new holders. Why is 47.60 so incredible and contentious? The 1980s were a time when athletes from East Germany and other Eastern Bloc countries dominated athletics through questionable means. While Marita Koch was never caught doping or had her record overturned, her time is so far superior to that of any other modern runner by well over a second that it raises strong suspicions. In the era of stringent modern anti-doping controls, achieving times like these has proven practically impossible. It serves as a dubious reminder of the past, and for that reason, it's generally considered unbreakable in today's clean sport. Continuing with the same theme, let's move to the women's 800-meter run, where Jarmila Kratochvílová's time of 1:53.28 from 1983 is even older, and thus the oldest standing track and field world record on the track. This record has endured for over 41 years, which is completely exceptional in a rapidly evolving sport. As with Marita Koch's case, there are very strong doping suspicions surrounding Kratochvílová's record. She had an unusually masculine physique and enormous muscle mass, which raised questions even during her career. She ran this incredible time in a race with excellent conditions, but the gap to her competitors was massive. The 800-meter run is an event that requires both extreme speed and endurance, and often combining the two is difficult. However, Kratochvílová's record has remained so far beyond the reach of others that it has practically become a time barrier. Modern clean athletes haven't come close, making this record almost certainly unbreakable. Now, let's turn to more modern history, but a record that has already earned the unbreakable label. Karsten Warholm and his men's 400-meter hurdles world record of 45.94 seconds from the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. Although this is a recent record, it's on our list because it marked the first time the 400-meter hurdles were run in under 46 seconds. Furthermore, the race against Rai Benjamin was one of the most thrilling athletics competitions of all time, with both runners breaking the old record. Why is 45.94 already unbreakable? It's an absolutely exceptional time. Warholm improved his own previous world record by a dramatic margin. The 400-meter hurdles is one of the most technically demanding events, requiring extreme speed endurance, rhythm, and the ability to clear barriers with perfect timing at high speed. Warholm's performance was a perfect combination of all these elements. For anyone to improve on this time, it would take an athlete at least as gifted and perfect conditions like those found on the Tokyo Olympic track. It's a record that makes us wonder if a human being could possibly run the hurdles any more perfectly. Next, we move to the field events and delve into the heart of one of the most dramatic athletics competitions of all time, the men's long jump. At the 1991 World Championships in Tokyo, we witnessed sporting history when American Mike Powell leaped an incredible 8.95 meters. This wasn't just any record, it broke Bob Beeman's almost 23-year-old record of 8.90 meters, often called the leap of the century, which had been considered absolutely unbreakable. Powell's record was set in a direct battle against another long jump icon, Carl Lewis, who himself had several phenomenal jumps over 8.80 meters in the same competition. Why has 8.95 meters remained unbroken for over 3 decades? The long jump is an extremely technical event where even small errors have a huge impact. It demands a perfect combination of explosive speed during the run-up, optimal takeoff power, and precise timing on the board. Wind conditions, runway elasticity, and the athlete's form on the day are all crucial. Powell's jump was a flawless execution in every aspect, a rare combination that has not been replicated since. Nearly 33 years have passed, and yet no one has come close to this incredible mark. It's a true testament to Powell's unique ability. In the jumping events, one of the most incredible performances belongs to Jonathan Edwards and his men's triple jump of 18.29 meters from 1995. This feat occurred at the World Championships in Gothenburg, and what makes it even more legendary is that Edwards broke the world record twice on the same day. First, he jumped 18.16 meters, and then later that day, this monstrous 18.29 meters. Why has 18.29 meters remained unbroken for nearly 30 years? The triple jump is an extremely technical and physically demanding event consisting of 3 distinct phases: the hop, the step, and the jump. Each phase requires perfect timing, balance, and explosive power. Edwards was known for his perfect rhythm and his ability to maintain momentum through each phase. His performance in Gothenburg was nearly flawless, and it requires perfect training and perfect conditions to even challenge this result. It's one of those records that even professionals feel is superhuman. Also, in women's shot put, there's a nearly unbreakable record from the same era. Natalya Lisovskaya's throw of 22.63 meters from 1987 is now over 37 years old and is the second oldest women's track and field world record of all time. Why has 22.63 meters stood for so long? The explanation is very similar to the other 1980s records. The Soviet Union's doping program was extensive and systematic at that time. Lisovskaya's physique and performance raised similar questions as those of other athletes from that era. While shot put technique has improved over the decades, clean athletes have not been able to approach Lisovskaya's result. This record is a somber reminder of sports history and will likely remain unbroken forever. Let's shift our focus to the javelin throw, where the Czech legend Jan Železný holds an almost mythical world record of 98.48 meters, set in Jena, Germany in 1996. This record is now over 28 years old, and what makes it truly remarkable is not just its longevity, but also the context of javelin throwing itself. The javelin design has actually been modified several times in history precisely to shorten throws, to prevent them from landing outside stadium limits. Yet, Železny's mark stands from an era before major design changes took effect, and it's a testament to his incredible power and technique. Why is 98.48 meters considered so untouchable? Železný was not just a powerful thrower, he was a master technician with an unparalleled understanding of the javelin's flight dynamics. He combined explosive strength with an almost balletic grace in his run-up and release. The sheer distance of his throw is staggering, especially when you consider that a throw of this magnitude is practically unheard of in modern competitions. Despite advancements in training and nutrition, no thrower has consistently approached this mark, leading many to believe that it represents a peak of human performance that may never be surpassed, especially with the current javelin specifications. Now let's turn our attention to an event that is constantly pushing the boundaries of human potential. Yet one particular record stands as a testament to current dominance: the men's pole vault, dominated by Sweden's Armand "Mondo" Duplantis. While pole vault records are regularly broken, Mondo's current world record of 6.27 meters, set in Clermont-Ferrand, France earlier in 2024, stands out for its consistent progression and the sheer gap he has created between himself and his competitors. This isn't an old record in the traditional sense, but it embodies unbreakability in a contemporary context. The challenge lies in surpassing him. Why is Mondo's 6.27 meters and his continuous raising of the bar considered so significant, even unbreakable in the near future? Duplantis is a once-in-a-generational talent, combining incredible athleticism, precise technique, and fearless determination. He has systematically raised the world record by centimeter after centimeter, demonstrating a mastery of the event that few, if any, have ever achieved. The pole vault requires an intricate blend of speed, strength, agility, and perfect timing to transfer horizontal momentum into vertical height. Mondo's ability to consistently execute this at such extreme heights, pushing the boundaries of what is physically possible with modern poles and pits, suggests that any future record will likely come from him alone, setting a bar so high that it will take an extraordinary, perhaps equally unique talent to come close once he eventually retires. It's a record that reflects current, absolute dominance.